Two suspects sit in separate rooms. Neither can talk to the other. And the decision each one makes in the next 60 seconds will determine how many years they spend in prison. This isn't a crime drama. It's the most famous thought experiment in economics. And it explains everything from why Coca-Cola and Pepsi can't stop fighting over prices to why nuclear powers spent 50 years not pressing the button. It's called game theory. And once you understand it, you'll start seeing it everywhere. At its core, game theory is the study of strategic decision-making, situations where what happens to you depends not just on your choice, but on what everyone else chooses too. Every game has three ingredients: players, the people or companies making decisions; actions, the moves available to them; and payoffs, what each player walks away with based on how everyone's choices combine. The tricky part? You're not just deciding what's best for you, you're trying to predict what they'll do, knowing they're trying to predict what you'll do. It's thinking about thinking. Back to those two suspects. Here's the setup. If both stay silent, they each get a light sentence. If one betrays the other, the betrayer walks free, and the silent one gets hammered with a harsh sentence. If both betray each other, they both get a moderate sentence. Logically, you'd think cooperation, both staying silent, is the smart play. But here's the trap. No matter what the other person does, betraying them is always the safer individual choice. So both suspects betray each other. Both end up worse off than if they just trusted one another. This is the paradox at the heart of game theory. Individually rational decisions can produce a collectively irrational result. Now scale that up. Imagine a shared pasture and a group of farmers who can graze as many sheep as they want. Each farmer thinks, one more sheep won't hurt. But when everyone thinks that way, the pasture gets destroyed and everyone loses. This isn't just about sheep. It's water shortages, it's overfishing, it's antibiotic overuse. Anytime individuals chase their own short-term gain from a shared resource, the resource collapses for everyone. So is there ever a quote-unquote stable outcome in these games? Yes, it's called a Nash Equilibrium, a point where every player is doing the best they can given what everyone else is doing. Nobody has a reason to switch strategies because switching wouldn't improve their position. This shows up in nature too. Picture a population of animals that are either aggressive quote-unquote hawks or passive quote-unquote doves. All hawk populations destroy each other through constant conflict. All dove populations get exploited by a single aggressive invader. The stable equilibrium is a mix of both, which is exactly what we see in real ecosystems. Game theory isn't theoretical. It's running in the background of modern life. Coca-Cola and Pepsi study each other's pricing moves before setting their own, locked in a strategic standoff neither can fully escape. Google and Meta run automated ad auctions where millions of advertisers bid against each other in real time. During the Cold War, the doctrine of mutual assured destruction kept both superpowers from striking first, because game theory showed that doing so guaranteed mutual destruction. The Cuban Missile Crisis is still taught today as a real-life game of chicken, where the entire world waited to see who would swerve first. Even trees play this game. In a forest, every tree could stay short and save energy. But the moment one tree grows taller to reach more light, every other tree is forced to grow tall too, just to keep up. Nobody planned it. It just emerged from the logic of the game. Game theory assumes everyone plays rationally, with perfect information, and real life is messier than that. Emotion, trust, and uncertainty change the math. But the framework still explains something powerful. So much of what looks like chaos, price wars, arms races, even overfished oceans, is actually the predictable result of rational players making individually smart choices that add up to a collectively flawed outcome. Once you see the game, you can't unsee it.